I put on LBC. I put on LBC. Yeah, I put on LBC. Over LBC. I put on LBC. Over LBC. Wave riders in the building, yeah, they riding with me. Moon gods on my chain, ain't no breaking the team. Started with a vision, now we running the game. Charts glow, purple teal, yeah, you know the name. From the beach to the block, we controlling the tide. Every candle that we light, that's a wave we ride. I've been grinding through the nights while the city don't sleep. Putting LBC on maps, taking wins, stacking deep. From the charts to the streets, got the fam in the mix. Every move calculated, yeah, we playing with steel. I put on LBC, over LBC. I put over LBC, over LBC. Wave riders in the building, yeah, they riding with me. Moon gods on my chain, ain't no breaking the team. Crypto hustle late nights, yeah, we stay in the zone. Stacking knowledge, stacking bags, turning charts into gold. Market makers throw shade, but we glow through the rain. Every dip just a test, every loss turns to gain. Got the fam worldwide, but the roots run deep. From the med, I was grind to the LBC streets. This for every wave rider who believed in the dream. We gon' put it on the map, keep it real, reign supreme. Reign supreme, reign supreme, reign supreme. I put over LBC, over LBC. I put over LBC, over LBC. From the charts to the stage, man, you know who it be. It's that Lunar Beaches fam putting on endlessly.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Lunar Beaches Crypto, where we ride the waves of the crypto market all the way to the moon. Thank you all for being here. I do appreciate each and every single last one of you. Looks like a lot of people are staying tonight. That's cool. That's cool. It's all good. We can go ahead and say good evening to the couple of people that have commented. What's going on? Alexander G, Mod Boss, Mod Queen, Mod God. Thank you for being here. Hitting that Discord link in the chat. What's going on? Paper Planes. Good evening, riders. Good evening to you, Paper Planes. Thank you for being here. That's okay. People will just have to miss out on some stuff. Okay. I just want to go ahead and get straight up into the charts, okay? So let's just go ahead and do it. How about that? How about that? All right. So there's something that I wanted to point out that was pretty cool, pretty fascinating. I put an anchored VWAP on January 1st, or the start of the year, and we actually nailed it, which is kind of crazy. We nailed it on Bitcoin. That's the only thing that I've looked at it on, but it's kind of crazy that we absolutely just nailed it. If I go from the low here, so the start of this whole move, we actually sliced through it, but you can see we got a bounce off of it here, and we sliced through here, and we are still above it. So it's a VWAP, but you can anchor it to any point that you want. And I don't know why I keep not using an anchored VWAP, the anchored VWAPs, but that needs to stop, because these things are goated, you know? Why? Because, I mean, it's based off of volume. Wherever the most volume was, VWAP literally stands for volume weighted average price. There you go. So this is the average price as weighted by volume. Anyone else getting weird audio? Hopefully that helps. Love the anchor VWAP. Where's all set? Yeah, where's all set when you need them? So yeah, starting, yeah, I need to get back to using the anchored VWAP. Very nice to do that. Now, I know I've seen a few people talk about putting something on, like, putting an anchored VWAP on, like, the last 30 days. So let's just go to the 30-day right there. Let's take the anchored VWAP and put it right on there and see what that's talking about. So we are actually below the 30-day anchored VWAP. Let's double it up. Let's go to 60. Let's just grab another anchored VWAP. Place that right there. We are starting to fall below that as well. So these are more short-term anchored VWAPs. So this is where the volume more recently is held. Most of the volume anyway. What's going on? All set. The audio is breaking and flickering still. Are we still having audio issues? Let me know. I don't know what's going on with this thing. Let me know. Are we having audio issues? It's better. Howdy peeps. What's up, Dusty Hunt? So yeah. Let's do a 90. Let's go ahead and throw a 90 in there. Let's change the color on this one real quick. Here we go. Hot pink. There we go. Hot pink is our 60-day. Let's do a 30-day, or 90-day rather. We're doing anchor VWAPs. Throw the anchors in the chat. All set. Trying to see what this is all about. All bearish. All below. All below. Cool. So that's 30-day, 90-day, or 30, 60, and 90-day anchor VWAPs. And we're below each and every single one of them. So that would lean more bearish, right? Now, what about from the Pico top? How we looking there? Below it. But this is where what? Most of the volume is traded. That's the volume, weighted volume average price. Yeah, it is. It is. But we are still below it. We have not claimed the midpoint of this daily fair value gap. Instead, it's still acting more as a resistance. It's not good. Let's go down to the shorter time frames. We'll go alts after a Bitcoin. Okay, man, it's just crazy, insane. But we did get a bounce off of that daily order block, so that's good. Now, I'm kind of leaning towards more downside. I don't know about more downside, but downside. In general, let's turn on our session volume profile, see what that's looking like. Let's go to the hourly on that. If it'll load. What up, Duality C? How you doing? Thank you for being here. JB Hulk Smash. What's going on, my friend? Thank you for being here. Hello, chatbot. My favorite chatbot. Who's the... Oh, Alexander G. Yeah. Yeah. All right, so we're losing the yesterday's value area. Today's really. Today's value area, we're losing that. You can see we're below today's point of control and today's current value area. I changed my value areas to 40. It's a little bit, kind of goes with a strategy that I went over here, I think last week, maybe the week prior. So getting back into that, I kind of just want to only focus on volume. Sounds like a good idea to me. But we do have a naked point of control here, which is a point of control that has not touched. Some call it a virgin point of control, but I call it a naked point of control. Each their own. A little bit of demand area here, so would not be surprised at all if we did find our way down here and down to the 111.652 area. Hate waiting all day. LBC, the short I took yesterday on BTC just played out. Heck yeah. Gang, gang. Thank you for great job. I don't know why I was about to say thank you. Thank you for that. I'm glad you made some money, made some profits. Good deal. Okay, let's see. We do have a negative point of control as well up here at 121.244. I do know that we have a bunch of liquidity resting at about that 122 zone. So we do have the top side of that value area sitting right up there as well. We had 2 straight days of point of control just sitting right there, sitting pretty flat. So I would expect that there would be some liquidity here that could be tagged. Question is when? That's the big question. When? Now we can see we got a bunch of single prints down here on this wick, this monstrous wick. We have a little bit, some imbalances in here. Definitely some imbalances here. This is where I kind of stopped here, is on these imbalances from Thursday, from the Thursday session volume profile. Did not make it up to the value area high of the Thursday session. So, looking like downside and a potential push back to the upside. We'll see. We do have some equal highs sitting right here. Relatively equal highs. Well, hold on. Well, I thought we did. Maybe that what do you call? Maybe that vol profile threw me off. I thought the high was over here. Okay, well, it is what it is. It's gonna be your buy side liquidity, sell side liquidity. I don't know. This is buy side liquidity. I think sell side is below, buy side's above. It's confusing. Who cares? There's liquidity here. Nice little volume node here. It's not that big, and we are already kind of digging into it. So, yep, looking kind of bearish. Trade Intuition did post in my Discord about a double top. This is a double top, which is definitely, it's all my rules. Took the wick from the 1 hour, closed inside of it, started to reject it and push to the downside. Now, the question is, how low will it go? And will it recover from there? Now, I would be aiming for this 112 and to this point of control at 111.650. We also have, from this low to this high, we have the golden pocket sitting right there as well. And if we go from the wick, which I don't know about, but we can take a look. Yeah, nothing really. We do have a 236 sitting just above that demand zone. I don't really like it. I don't really like it at all. So we're about to find out pretty soon. I feel like we should at least do a pop-up. So these are my these are some scenarios that I was thinking about. Maybe come down, pop up, sweep these highs, and then see what happens from there. I mean, if we consolidate and continue to push higher, great. If we don't, this ends up being a swing failure pattern, come back within the range, and we could still just bounce around in here for a little while, build a little base out, and then get moving. I think that might be our best case scenario, is that we just kind of consolidate for a couple, 2 or 3 weeks or so, and then just range in here. Let the institutions build up more liquidity so that they can push the price higher. If we don't have enough buyers here, though, and if people just continue to sell, now I don't know that it would look like that, but there you go. I mean, it's not what we want to see, but it would be okay. I know Kelly was sharing something yesterday from HRJ. I don't know if I should share it. Now that I think about it, as price rejected Q3, it created something called price memory. I took the same trade 2x for the win, anchor VWAP for the win. As price rejected Q3, it created something called price memory. Yeah, I haven't heard of price memory. Q3. So yeah, previous quarter high. I assume you're talking about that when we swept that. And then we pretty much rejected it and fell back down, swept the previous quarter low. Wow, look at that. Previous quarter, we ranged between here and here, which is kind of crazy too for a whole freaking 3 months, right? Starting on July 1st, right here. This was our, yep, nope, right here, previous quarter low. Here's July 1st. And we just been ranging. Now where you see more ETF inflows have been picking up over the past couple of weeks. Record ETF inflows, but predominantly into Bitcoin. I don't know, but I did see, and I don't know if there's any, I don't know how, I can't really verify it myself, but I did see the, supposedly the person that shorted the market on Friday, 30 minutes prior to Trump's post, has opened up another $200-something million short position. Now that could just be come down to here, right, and get a bounce. We do have some relatively equal lows down here that I could see getting taken out. Same right here, and that could just be from where they shorted from up here, so it could be down to here. Like, I don't know, but we bounced. So we swept the previous month's low, the previous quarter low. So now we just see what we do from here. Let's see, anchor VWAP from the low. Yeah, we do have, right now that's sitting at 112, 293. I thought it said 293, but so you can see the bounce here. I mean, once you got above it and started to consolidate, you got a bounce off, which is pretty nice. Man, I gotta remember to use the anchored VWAPs more, man. Since this high, we're sitting below the VWAP. Cool. 20 minutes of Bitcoin. So that's what I want to see if we can get a bounce here and see what we do at these highs if we get there. If we don't get a bounce there, I mean, this could also below these lows. But this seems like it'd be a nice internal range liquidity sweep to external range liquidity sweep if we're not counting this wick. It's hard not to count a wick, but during a liquidation event, it's kind of like one of those outlier things. Do we count it? Do you count it? It's a good question. Fire TA LBC. Fire. I love you, Sep. What's going on, Harp Metal Horns? Yo, Brian I sent David to. He's OG for sure. Originator. What? Brian is GOAT? Who's Brian? Where's Brian? I'm on top. Live chat. I count it. Aiming to eat that wick. There you go. Also counts it. Let's go to the 5 minute. Let's see. What's that wick like on the 5 minute? Okay, let's get off the drawing tool. Thank you very much. Go down to 3. Interested in seeing. Golly, where are you? There you are. Do a 3-minute fair value gap down here at about 109. 585. I don't know about that one though. I'd be more interested in kind of more of a rejection wick. Everything wants to die tonight. Yeah, it seems like it. Asia's selling off, it looks like, huh? Yeah, I think since the market is since sentiment is kind of mixed and, everybody's just kind of, just kind of waiting and seeing, that's pretty much just going to keep price action pretty kind of flat, I think. I think we should see a ton of volatility unless we just see some panic selling or whales start offloading or something. I'm not really sure, but okay, that's a nice inversion fair value gap that we already tapped on the 1 hour. I mean, if I was going to, yeah, man, this order block could be tapped again, but this is the top of this order block that we have not come back down to test down here. 109,238. Top side of this down candle. I would even just blow off that whole candle. Let's zoom back out. Top side right there. So that would give us these lows. Wouldn't mind it. Question is, down then up, up then down, then up, or plow all the way through and then up. Good questions. Glad you asked. Answer? I don't know. That's why I told you I'm sitting on my hands. Nothing says we're super bullish. Nothing says we're super bearish. We're just sideways, like I kind of figured we would be. And market's got to settle down. There's nothing really to drive price at the moment. Nothing, no crazy big news. No anything right now. So it's just kind of wait and see. Now I do have this marked off as, I believe this is a daily order block. Yeah, daily order block here. That we did come down, back test, push back up. Let's go back to the hourly. And this is what we are currently on top of, this level right here. If that level fails to hold at 113,468, then I do think we come down here to 112,298. Probably all the way down to the point of control. Potentially all the way down to the point of control. If that fails, then we probably come down here and at the very least sweep these lows. before trying to get pushed back to the side. Now, I would definitely be very careful if we are to get a push up here. I will definitely just watch this general area. Okay, all of these lines, that's liquidity. That's sellers. Come up there, consolidate. Hopefully, just consolidate. Because if it's not just a consolidation, then we flush. A reset. Again, in open interest. It's amazing to me how many people just aren't bearish after Friday. Could be a good sign. A good sign, another good sign would be that the ES went up. Let's see, the S&P 500 was up 1.56% today. The Nasdaq was up 2.18% today. The Russell was only up about 0.5%, and the Dow Jones was up 1.29%, and the Nasdaq Top 100 was up 3.25%. These look like potential V-shaped recoveries as well. It's just really hard to, you just don't know. You just really don't know. You want it to continue up strong. You really don't want any delay. Really. Yeah, I mean, it'd be fine to chop around and it's okay. It'd be okay. We would survive some chop. You know, it could go higher. Just timing wise, if you want it to happen sooner, you want to see some follow through, some push, some conviction. You don't get that, then we could be stuck in this range for a long time, or worse. I hate coming on here and being like, yeah, I don't really know, because I don't. But at least I'm being honest. Because I hate just being like, I don't know, just sit on your hands, especially when it comes to spot. Like, of course, you could do the day trading. Today, I didn't see anything worth taking for me personally, because I can't watch a chart all day. So if I don't see anything within a certain time period, I just don't trade, pretty much. It is what it is. Line. All right, let's go to some blow and perps. I don't want to rename it. 242 perpetuals. Look at this, just complete sea of red. Anything green? Try that again. That's it. Load. You got to go through them all so they all load. Look, red, 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 red. Just market-wide selling going on right now. Something's up. Oh, rats. ARPA is up 8.92%. Golly, did y'all get rid of these? What? No way. Well, don't get rid of my good ones. I can do that later. Anyways. Gonna have to update the perp or watch list. ARPA is up 9. Whoa, see, this is what we want to see. Exactly this. This is what we want to see. Okay, that's good. That's looking good. Good. That's what I want to see. Above these highs, though. Clear the highs. That's what I want to see. Wow, this went to pretty low. Let's go to the daily. That's a structure I want to see. I don't know that I want. I don't know what this chart is, but it looks like crap. Is there any? Let's see if there's something that has a little more history on it. Finance. of course. Wow. That's one ugly chart. Except for now. Now it's looking pretty daggone bullish. RSI is above the 50 now on the daily. This thing's moving. It's moving right now. Bearish divergence. Oop. Bearish divergence. Bearish divergence is starting to get put in on the 15 minute. Let's go to the 5. Ooh. I don't know. Nice bullish engulfing candle there. Break of the highs. Back test. This is on the 5 minute though. Keep that in mind. But bullish engulfing. Okay. What's our Asia orb look like? That's London, Asia. There we go. Okay, so we broke above, came back down, kind of just chilled, and then popped up. So that looks good. Previous day orbs. Okay. Showing a steady climb on the orbs. Okay. Spaceman just pushed through the monthly open and the quarterly open. Closed above. Looks good. Back tested the previous day midpoint, the previous month low, and getting a bounce off of that. SVP, session volume profile, standard volume profile, visible range volume profile. See all of this volume down here, push up. Now we're getting a little bit more of a, yeah, it's more than a corrective state right now. Let's get rid of that. Session volume profile. Let's back up. Small L, but we can eat that. I got my first L. I'm happy. It's only Tuesday. 1000 JR knows. Small position, big move. Yeah. I like Aster. It's been printing hard. I haven't looked at that. VPF traders should love XPL. Okay. What are you trading XPL on, all set? And are you trading on spot? So what I would want to do is I want to go through the charts and see if I find anything that resembles this prior to a breakout. That's what I like to look for. Okay, we've got Litecoin bouncing off of the New York orb. That's good. And the previous session volume profile point of control. We also, not quite. We did close the day above the value area, so we look for a back test into the previous day area when the new day starts. We got that back test, so we should get a bounce and a continuation here. Yeah. We've also, at least on the 5 minute, have... Nope, we don't. We do not have... Unless you go from this low, but that's not really how you're supposed to do that. To be frank, to be real with you. But that would be a potential bullish divergence here. It is the 5. You can go to the 15. See how we're looking. Flags for days, JR. It's all the flags, right? Like on Bitcoin didn't play out, did it, bud? We can get back above the current session point of control here on Litecoin. Who's trading Litecoin? Anybody? See a breakout. Get some momentum going here. Get a break of this RSI high right here. Because believe it or not, that actually does work. You get a break of that. Also a break of the downwards trend on your RSI, then you can start looking for longs on that. Go nuts looking at red flags. Here you go. Bingo, bango. Good evening, Joe. What's going on, Trade Intuition? Bingo and a bango. LMAO spot. XPL on breakout. On breakout. Gotcha. You're trading it on breakout, but I don't know that I can see that on here. Let's go. Finance. Is this the one you said that's been printing, or was that something else? I don't recall. What even is this? Look at this. Did this just hit the exchanges in September? Or at least just hit Binance? MEXC. OKX. September 25th. KuCoin. September 25th. So it looks like it just hit exchanges. Interesting. XPL, Bybit. Oh, there it is. Bybit. I mean, same deal. Looks like it was just launched or at least released to exchanges on the 25th of September. Got a nice big pullback here. Pulley back. Here we go. Wow, went below the 886. Crazy. Anchored VWAP from the top. VWAP from the top. I'm going to have to throw that in a song. Got that VWAP at the top. Volume weighted average price is well above it right now. You're looking at 80 cents from current price to 89 cents. You're looking at a 87% move if it is to try and fade back to the VWAP, which is possible. I mean, this is where the volume weighted average price has been since the top after the launch. We go from the most recent low. We have to change this to like a yellow. No, that's my regular VWAP color, orange. All right, so we are above the volume weighted average price since the dip. Oh, wait. This is placed on the high. Let's go to the low. Whoops. Come on now. Act right. There we go. All right, still above it. Good deal. Getting the same little move here that was it Litecoin? Back testing the New York session orb and the previous session value area. We are leaving behind this point of control untouched currently, but we do have both the anchored VWAP from the low and the point of control right around the same area. So I would be looking for that to come down to there and look for a bounce. If we can get a bounce, preferably with a bullish engulfing candle on the lower time frames, at least as only as low as the 5-minute. Tend to like to stick with the 15-minute, especially with alts. Don't really like too low on the altcoins on the time frames. No bearish divergences. It's not looking too shabby. But we did sweep highs here, and we do have some equal lows down here. And no, we don't have point of control down here. We do have an Asia orb. Do we have any time-based levels? No. Just the previous day. Yeah, just the previous day low, which is right there at those equal lows. Yeah, be careful with this. This falls through VWAP and control. I will look for a sweep of the previous day low and a reclaim range with a shift in market structure. Then I'd fire off a long stop loss just below the low and then let it go. I would expect it to go up and take out the external liquidity at the highs here. So that would be pretty cool. But right now we've already swept the previous day high. So could go down for that previous day low. So I'd be watching that. Be careful. Tuesdays tend to be a great day trade, so we'll see how it goes. That's not looking too shabby. What are you guys saying? Easy trading. Sol is looking interesting. I don't know what this Bella protocol is anyway. Let's take a look at Sol. Coinbase. Oh, 15 minute. Let's turn off session volume for now. Turn off space. Turn off levels. Let's see. Hello, Sol. Sol spot basically didn't sell off. I mean, it sold off, but no wicking action on Coinbase. That's interesting. Not really, because there's no leverage there. So, well, not on the spot chart, of course. I do like that we saw point of controls shift to the upside. Leave any naked point of controls, no point of controls hanging. Actually kind of stayed steady all throughout here for the last 2 days, Sunday and Monday. So I actually kind of like that. Actually really like that. And we closed above the value area high, well above the value area high. So that should mean continuation. Might get a little pullback first. We are short term seeing a little bit more bearish momentum as we fall below the 50 on the RSI. So we'll see if this gets a nice little correction, but then I'll want to look for a bounce on a lower time frame, the 5 to the 3. I can do that with Solana. Solana got a decently enough sized amount of traders and liquidity, market cap, all that good stuff. So yeah, and we have the narrative of Solana ETFs potentially coming. So yeah, we'll see this little volume node here that it might just come down and tap. This is what I'd be curious to see. What's our reaction here at 203 203.50. Yeah, 202 to 203. I'll look for a reaction there, a nice strong bullish reaction. If not, it'll be short-term bounce, hit our heads on this sharp node here, and then come down back to this area where we see all the liquidity, all of the volume. So it would make a ton of sense for us to come down here and tap that level before continuing to the upside there on Solana. Salama. Also, with this bounce up here, that could, so if we continue to push down a little bit here and we do get a little bounce, that could push us up here, get a weak bounce, right? And then come down without the rest, and then put in a hidden bullish divergence here with our price putting in a higher high and our oscillator putting in a lower low, potential divergence there. Now that could be short-term bullish, and then it could just come down and wreck all of these, because that's kind of what that is shaping up to be. I don't really care for bounces like these because you tend to get something like that out of it. Tend to. But remember, a lot of leverage, basically all of it, was flushed out of the system on a Friday. So that actually makes it much easier for spot bids, spot purchases to bid up the price. Now that you're not having that resistance of all the short sellers. Now, you could get new short sellers that cause issues short term. I say cause issues, like give you some resistance. But if the buyers, if the institutions are buying, and they're buying by the billions, then it should be pretty easy for the price to move to the upside. On Blowfin, Sol went down to 140. My goodness. On Blowfin? That's crazy. Even spot price? Can you buy it on spot on Blowfin? Sure you can. Does it have to be, is it USDT? Yep. Okay, so spot didn't, but I bet you the perp did. Because you're full leverage. I mean, it just makes sense. Makes more sense for spot to go low. It makes sense for spot to go lower, or perps to go lower than spot. Yeah, 142. Record VWAP at the low. Put that on. Okay. So we are above VWAP. So we tend to lean more bullish here for Solana. If we don't get a bounce off of this level, which I kind of lean towards that we will get a bounce, whether it's short term or not is up for debate. Wow, hit our head on the Thursday session value area low. I'm getting rejected right now. Yeah, we'll have to I mean, it's good. This looks strong. Not strong, but I mean, it looks better than other charts, of course. Looks better than Bitcoin. What else? Anything else? I bet it did on Binance too. I bet it went even lower on Binance. Let's look. Went to $100. Oh, 141. Surprising. Shocking. Speaking of Binance. BNB putting in new highs. Interesting. Let's get rid of orbs. Let's get rid of SVP. What are we looking like? Binance. What's his nuts? CZ has been talking a lot of crap about BNB coin. Not talking crap about it, but talking crap to people about it. I don't know. This is looking kind of weak. Bit of a divergence. Bit of a SFP. Anchored view up at the low. Do have a little demand zone here at about 1,152. Why here? Because we saw the big push up from this point. I mean, I could put in this low too, but nah. First things first, this one's first. Yeah, SFP, probably just a slight pullback, especially if everything else goes up. But, you know, everything still rides on Bitcoin. You know, it depends on what Bitcoin does. Now, Bitcoin could go sideways and alts could start popping off. I mean, that could be the nature of this cycle. But, you know, I did see something earlier today that I thought was pretty interesting. Let's go back to the Bitcoin chart real quick. We only have 10 minutes left. If you wouldn't mind hitting that like button, don't forget to join the Discord. Link is in the description, but it is also pinned in the chat. Thank you for being here. Let's take a look at Bitcoin, but on a high time frame, because this was something that I thought was pretty interesting. I'd like to get your guys' thoughts on it. It's nothing too crazy, but let's back this up quite a bit, actually. Go to the weekly. All right. So essentially, this was the chart that I saw. I don't know who posted it. It was on Twitter. They're like, I think about this a lot. And I'm like, I see this meme a lot. Can never remember where the dang curve is. There we go. Get the magnet off, do this. Okay. It's basically this, and then this. And it said, retail FOMO, retail FOMO, retail FOMO, institutional structured bidding. Okay. All right. I can see it. But I also hate this. Take it off. No one wants to see that. Now, let's see. These are all your little consolidation areas. Are we going to drop down and then continue higher? It's really hard to tell. You know, historically speaking, guys, you know, I showed you the chart yesterday, and that is that Bitcoin's cycle top, technically speaking, would be around right now, or would have been like October 6th. If the 4-year cycles are to continue. Now, looking at this chart, I just had it. 4-year cycle. Wait, why did you give me them back? Give them back. Okay. If this is retail FOMO, this is retail FOMO, this is retail FOMO. What drives retail more than anything? Narratives. Narratives. What narrative did we have through all these cycles? 4-year cycle. 4-year cycle, 4-year cycle, 4-year cycle. Psychologically, it makes sense. Now with institutions involved, we get to put that 4-year cycle to the test. We're doing it right now. Personally, I don't know that I really like this move that we just made, okay? This sweep above the high, sweep of the low. I feel like it's just, I just feel like it has more room that I could possibly go to the downside. As bullish as I want to be, I should be realistic. bring up the RSI. We're still trending to the downside, so we've been showing weakness. Moving on this markup, okay? Not exactly what you want to see if you want to be bullish. Starting to push down. Imbalance in the chart. Now this is the weekly. Kind of getting a rounding off here. After failing to reclaim the fair value gap. And he couldn't even get above the halfway mark of the fair value gap. Kind of bullish divergence in here, so we'll have to see if that even plays out. Even wants to play out. Bullish divergence here as well, but that already played out. Yeah, for me, it's just still sit on your hands and wait, see what happens. Just let the dust settle and just kind of chill. Not really seeing too much that I'm interested in at the moment. Me personally. I do really like that we swept the high and then we swept the low and then we came back into the range. So if we can just hold this range low at 107,787, if we can hold that range low and get a bounce, I would like to see if we could do something like this. Come down here, get a bounce, clear that internal high that we just created. Right here. I'd like to see something like this, potentially. Yeah, that could easily turn into a bear flag. Then we could come down into this demand zone right here. Nice little correction. That's what I'd be, yeah. I think this is probably the most likely. This way you get to engineer the liquidity to the upside so that you can sell off higher. And then you get to push the market down, get people even more into panic selling as we break this internal low. I'm pretty sure there's going to be stop losses below this low. And that would be long stops. So they would have to sell off their positions. What do institutions need in order to buy? They need people to sell in mass. So what do? You freak the market out. You engineer a little bit more liquidity. And then you push down again. Then you get people to really sell off. Institutions buy up. And you rip to the upside. This is probably the most likely outcome. I really like that, actually. Now, this does have, I mean, this is on the daily, so we could shrink this time frame up a little bit, or it could play out exactly like this and go into November. And that would just mean we have a red October. And then even if we did something like this and we did get a bounce, we would still have a lot of resistance to get through in here if we're going to go and create new highs. So, yeah. Where's that anchored VWAP? See, we're getting the bounce here off of this anchored VWAP low. Then we would fall through. We'd come back up to it, reject it, break through it. Bless me. Now explosion phase. I just talked myself out of it. The moon mission happened November 4th, 24. So yeah. I would like to see this. I think this would be the healthiest that we could do. Back down, sweep the lows, get a bounce off of golden pocket, or even just this demand zone. Bounce off of that and go. If we lose, I would say I'm still holding on to this one. If we lose this low, it's done. Bull market's done for sure. If we lose this low, bull market's done. And we do something like a head and shoulders where it comes down, you lose the low, and then you come up and you round off and you continue the low, not coming up and taking out this high, which would be super bearish, and then you just continue to the downside. Getting back into this general area here. Let's go to the monthly. Didn't look at the monthly yesterday. But yeah, nice order block here on the monthly. This last down candle. I mean, you're talking about a top side of 66,000, low side of about 50K. Problem is, this makes a little too much sense. A little too much sense. And you look at Bitcoin historically. Anytime it's broken above the 70 level here on the RSI, you get a sell-off, go into a bear market. The only thing is we haven't gone anywhere near the 90 level, which is where you typically see the top. If we get a break on this, it's going to be super bullish. Man, big if though. You see price climbing, but no momentum to follow suit. It's just it doesn't look super great right now. This is pretty steep loss in momentum here as well. Yeah, I don't like it. The more and more I look at it, the more and more I don't like it. This is what we got. This has to be it. If not, we're doomed. Thank you for the blessings. Sorry, I don't have any conviction at the moment. Probably because we're kind of in a no man's land right now. Gotta really start seeing some strength across the board that we're just not seeing right now. And across the board right now, we're pretty red. So we'll see what Tuesday brings. Hopefully it'll bring us a little bit more joy. But I do think that we'll just get a retrace for now and probably put in another low. I think that that's probably more likely outcome right now. So just be careful with the longs. Personally, if you're going to be in a long, I would make it short-lived. And yeah, don't hold on to it for too long and take some profits. Not financial advice. That's just what I would do. Outside of that, I'd be looking for shorts as it retraces, moves to the upside. Or if it breaks a low and goes below a low, maybe we can start looking for shorts even harder then. But for now, yeah, we're just kind of stuck ranging. Probably just in a little accumulation phase. I mean, we sat through an 8-month accumulation phase before. We can do it again. It's okay. We will survive. No matter what. Wave riders will survive. So. Not as many viewers tonight. Which is okay. I was a little monotone and boring tonight, which is fine. Only loyalist. That's all I want. Call me Donald Trump. Thank you guys for being here. I do appreciate each and every single last one of you for joining me this evening. I will catch you all tomorrow night right here on Lunar Beaches Crypto. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Central Standard Time, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, I'll see you in Discord. I'll see you in the chats. And until then, I hope you all have an amazing, beautiful, wonderful, radical sleep and an even better Tuesday. Tuesday. Mad love. God bless. I love you all. Thank you for being here. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, hit the notification bell so you're notified for whenever I create new content, drop new content in our life. Thank you all. God bless. See you later. Bye. 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 Bye.
I put on LBC. I put on LBC. Yeah, I put on LBC. Over LBC. I put on LBC. Over LBC. Wave riders in the building, yeah, they riding with me. Moon guys on my chain, ain't no breaking the team. Started with a vision, now we running the game. Charts glow, purple teal, yeah, you know the name. From the beach to the block, we controlling the tide. Every candle that we light, that's a wave we ride. I've been grinding through the night, while the city don't sleep. Putting LBC on maps, taking wins, stacking deep. From the charts to the streets, got the fam in the mix. Every move calculated, yeah, we playing with steel. I put over LBC, over LBC. I put over LBC, over LBC. Wave riders in the building, yeah, they riding with me. Moon guys on my chain, ain't no breaking the team. Crypto hustle late nights, yeah, we stay in the zone. Stacking knowledge, stacking bags, turning charts into gold. Market makers throw shade, but we glow through the rain. Every dip just a test, every loss turns to gain. Got the fam worldwide, but the roots run deep. From the med, I was grind to the LBC streets. This for every wave rider who believed in the dream. We gon' put it on the map, keep it real, reign supreme. Reign supreme, reign supreme, reign supreme. I put over LBC, over LBC.